Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Heather. Today we're going to be doing a video where I do 12 days of Christmas. I made a little board game. I found the 12-sided dice on the internet. I have books, I have prompts. I found these prompts on Storygraph in one of the challenges. I'll link it down below. It's from 2023, but it had all the prompts already there, and I was like, okay. I picked all of these books off of my bookshelf. So more goals that we are trying to reach this year before the end of the year. It's December 20th right now, where I read a lot of books on my bookshelf. My goal in this video is to read 4 books, and yeah, some of these are Christmas themed, most of them aren't. I'm just going off the prompts, and we're gonna see what we get. So the first roll is 8. Ooh, day 8. 8 maids a milling. Involves a maid somehow, and I picked The Nanny. I've had this book on my bookshelf, or on my TBR, for a while. My parents just bought me the book this past Thanksgiving, I think. So we're gonna read The Nanny. Ooh, I'm excited. And I forgot to mention too, I have audiobooks for most of these books as well. So yeah, the first book we're gonna be reading is The Nanny. Yay! I wanted to let you know that I ended up finishing The Nanny, and I'm giving it a 3.75. I enjoyed the father-daughter relationship in here. I thought that the author did a really good job of making sure that Sophie stayed in the story, because Sophie is Aiden's daughter. And I also really liked how Cassie was so loving towards Sophie, because Sophie's been through a lot, and the author did a really good job, in my opinion, with being extremely delicate and considerate of Sophie's feelings in this book. Felt very real to me. The only thing that I really didn't particularly like in here was the amount of sex on page. I thought that, I guess the older I get, the more I'm like, okay, we get it. Like, I want more of the relationship. Like, I want them talking more. I want them going on dates more. I want more of the relationship aspect rather than the smut of it all. And I guess the older I get, the more I'm like that. I have to be in a really, really good mood. Or I have to be in a certain mood to read a lot of smut. I don't really know, because this book isn't smut, but you know what I mean. I have to be in a certain type of mood to read a lot of like sex the older I get. But it wasn't bad. I thought it was really cute. I liked all the humor. I liked how Cassie was serious, but in awkward moments she did use humor, and I really appreciated that. She was kind of like the breath of fresh air in this book, even though she has a lot of things to work through. There was some miscommunication in here as well, which I didn't particularly like, but essentially this book is about Cassie and Aiden. And Cassie is a former OnlyFans model. She had an OnlyFans, and she doesn't know it, but Aiden is the dude who she had like a crush on, because he spent a lot of money on her, and they did like private sessions together and stuff like that. And something happened to where she decided to get off OnlyFans, and she hasn't talked to Aiden in a couple years. So she is in school to be an occupational therapist, and she finds this ad in the paper of a live-in nanny situation. Lo and behold, it's Aiden. She doesn't know that it's the same dude from the OnlyFans thing, and she ends up moving in. She forms a relationship with Sophie, and then her and Aiden don't follow the rules of a nanny and employer relationship, and they end up getting into a relationship, and they have to work through all their stuff. There's also found family in here, which you know I love, And then there's also like an evil aunt trope in here too. So I didn't mind that like I normally would, because I understood where she was coming from. But yeah, it's a cute romance. There's just some things in here that kind of drove me nuts. But overall, I enjoyed it. So I think a lot of people would like this. It does have like a 3.5 rating on Goodreads. Really don't know why it has a 3.5 rating. I don't know. I don't know why people didn't really like this one. I didn't dig that deep into it. I just saw the rating. But now we are gonna pick our next one. But before we do that, I have decided to, for every book I read, I pull a little slip out of this. It has things that I want to do, like things that I love to do during the Christmas time, and things that I don't want to do but need to do around the house for Christmas time. So we're gonna pull a prompt out of here, see what I get to do. There's 12, obviously, because it's, you know, 12 days of Christmas. So yeah, for every book I read, I get to pull a little prompt out of here. What is it? What does that say? Edit a video. Oh, good thing I was already gonna do that today. So my first one is edit a video. Cool. But let's spin, or not spin, but let's roll the dice. 11. So 11 is 11 Pipers Piping, a book with a cake on the cover. Ooh, yay! I get to read a little cozy murder mystery. Love me a little cozy murder mystery. So we're gonna read 2 Parts Sugar, 1 Part Murder by Valerie Burns. I'm excited because there's a big old dog, but I believe she owns her own bakery and she has to figure out a murder. Typical, you know, cozy mystery. But we're gonna read this next. I just finished 1 part, or 2 Part Sugar, 1 Part Murder, but I want to go ahead and roll the dice before my little baby and my husband get home to see what we're going to do for our next book. Got it pulled up. Let's see what we get. Okay, we already did 8. We already did 8 and 11. Ooh, 3. Ooh. So 3 is 3 French Hens, a book set in France or Quebec. And I'm gonna cheat here. Just let me cheat, okay? Let me cheat, because I'm already in the middle of reading A Heart for Christmas, and it is set in France, set in the French Alps. And I only have 1 more chapter left of this, so I'm gonna kind of double dip. But I'm supposed to read this on the 24th. So would it be cheating? Would it be even more cheating if I just went ahead and finished it? Probably, but we're gonna stick with this one. I'm not gonna cheat. I just decided I'm not gonna cheat. I'm gonna wait until the 24th to read the chapter. But I am gonna go ahead and pull my slip from my little cup over here. Let's see what I get. I think it would be cool because there is something in here like bake your favorite holiday, like holiday snack or whatever, or make your favorite holiday snack. So I think that would be a cool one. No way. I did not make your favorite holiday snack. Because in here there are some recipes, and there's one for thumbprint cookies, which sounds like it would be super easy to make. And if you don't know anything about me, I am horrible at baking, but I think that I could bake this. So thumbprint cookies, that's what we're gonna make. I'll show you, obviously. And yeah, we'll do that. So let's talk about this book. I'm gonna give this book 4 stars. I absolutely really liked all the characters. Like, I really liked all the characters. I absolutely loved Baby. Oh, I felt so sorry for him throughout this, because Maddie is inheriting her aunt's estate and her aunt's bakery. Her aunt left her everything, and her aunt died mysteriously. So when Maddie moves to this small Michigan town, you get that quirky small town feel where all the people who knew her aunt just kind of like take her in as their own. So there's found family in here. Maddie is spoiled and she likes the finer things in life, and her aunt wants her to own her house and her bakery for a year before, like, if she wants to try to sell it or whatever, she has to get her inheritance, she has to live in her house and run her bakery for a year, because her aunt wants her to realize, like, hey, small town living is not bad, so try to do something for yourself rather than live off daddy's money. And she also is an influencer too, so her aunt really doesn't think of influencing as a real job, but she really just wants Maddie to find something that she loves to do and do it. So that's what she has to do to get her inheritance, and her inheritance is like $500K, so it's pretty big. It's a lot of money, you know. But I enjoyed this story. I liked that Maddie learned how to cook because she doesn't know how to bake. I liked that she has a possible love interest in here. I liked her relationship with Baby. I thought that it was adorable, and that she didn't know that her aunt had a dog, but she just took it in stride and she took care of Baby like her aunt asked her to. And then we have murders that are going on, so she is going to be a sleuth and try to figure out who is the murderer and how everything is connected. And I thought that it was just really well done. I had a fun time. I read this in one sitting. I did some thumbnails and some graphics, and me and my oldest son also played Mario, and that's basically what I did when reading this book today. But yeah, I think the cookie's just gonna be fun, and then I'm gonna wait till the 24th to read this. But good timing, because my baby and my husband are home, so I'll see you in a little bit. 'Tis Christmas Eve, so we finally get to open up the last chapter of this book. And yeah, I am interested to see where the story is going to go. We have one chapter left. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and open up this last chapter and get this one read. Hopefully I don't mess up the pages. Y'all, I don't know, like, my goal is to get rid of books that are that are 3 stars and under, because probably, like, I'll never go back to the ones that are like 3 stars and under, most likely. So there's no point in keeping them, right? But I don't know what I'm gonna do with this book, because I already know it's not gonna be higher than a 3. But I don't know what I'm gonna do with this book because I've already opened all the chapters, you know? And then that is just ugly. So maybe this is a free little library book. I'm not really sure. But I have opened the last chapter and oh, this is driving me nuts. Look at that. Look. It's a really cool concept, but I just I don't think I'll ever do another one of these again because that is horrible, you know? So that's horrible. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish up this book. I'll come back with my final thoughts, obviously. And yeah, I'm in my Christmas sweater. This is my favorite green Christmas sweater. I got it from Aerie last year and it's so freaking soft. It's still soft because you know how these sometimes, like after you wash them, they don't keep the furriness. But yeah, I love this sweater. It's huge. I got it in a large specifically so I can wear it with like leggings and stuff like that. It looks like a bag, but I love it. Okay, love it. And we are gonna make Christmas cookies. Well, we're gonna make thumbprint cookies later on today as well for Santa. So that didn't take very long, but I ended up finishing Heart for Christmas and I'm gonna give it 3 stars. It's a decent YA romance, and again, the concept of this I thought was it was fun, but I don't like the way that it looks afterwards. Anyways, we'll talk about the book. So Alice is visiting her dad in the French Alps, and Alice has a heart condition. She's scared to go like snowboarding, skiing, all of those things, but I mean, she's in the French Alps in December, so there's a lot of snow. And she also has a crush on her best friend's older brother, Augustine. I personally didn't really like their romance all that much. I thought that he was actually kind of rude and disrespectful at times. And the author didn't really convey their relationship to me all that well. It was kind of like forced upon me, which I mean, it's a book, so obviously, but I didn't feel the emotional connection that Alice and Augustine are supposed to have and that I was told that they had. It was more of like puppy love than anything, but whatever. And I don't know if there was a lot of character development in here that I wanted to see. We got a lot of Alice's inner thoughts about how she wants to be more free of her parents and she wants to be able to do things that people her age are doing. She rebels a little bit because her parents are like, you don't need to do that. You need to let us know where you are. You shouldn't be outside a lot doing strenuous activities, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, leave me alone. I want to go be a teenager / young adult. So there's some rebellion in here. But I could see where she was coming from, but I could also see where her parents are coming from too. And in the end, they all talked and they all communicated, and you know, it came and it wrapped up in a nice little gift. I did really like the ending. I thought the ending was adorable, but it was an okay YA romance. So if you are interested in getting one of these books, because I think there's another one like Santa's something, I don't remember what the other one is, Santa's Keeper or something like that. I mean, try it out. It was a fun experience. The book itself is really pretty. They put a lot of thought into this book. It's mixed media. It's just a little decent, you know, romance. But yep, that's it. So let's roll the dice to see what my next read is going to be. Let me pull it up. Here's my dice. 10. We done 10 yet? 10 is 10 Lords of Leaping, and the prompt is a book that uses the word Lord. So let me go get it. I've had this book on my shelf for a while. It's called Earl Crush. I don't really know much about it, but I did flip through and the word Lord is in here. So this is about Lydia, and she knows the Earl and well enough to marry him. Unfortunately, he doesn't know her. Oh, Marriage of Convenience. Love that for me, and it's set in Scotland. Ooh, fun. Okay, okay, okay. But the Earl has no idea who she is. When a bewitching stranger offers him her hand in marriage, he is stunned. And he learns that his brother has been writing to her under author's name. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Oh yeah, okay, this is gonna be fun. So we're gonna read Earl Crush next. And we're also, even though I haven't made the cookies yet, that's for tonight for Santa, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and pull another prompt or another little thingy for the video. What I get? What's that? Watch favorite. Ooh, watch favorite holiday movie. I get to watch the holiday. So I'm gonna start this and I'll fill you in and let you know how I'm feeling about it. Fill you in, yeah, whatever, you know what I'm saying. There's the cookies. Hopefully they turn out really good. We're gonna put Hershey Kisses on top later. And there they are in all their glory. Hopefully they taste good. They smell really good. So I'm here to tell you that we ended this video with a banger because I'm giving Earl Crush 4.75 stars. I'm not going to give it a complete 5 because there is like a little thing in here that got on my nerves. So yeah, this is about Lydia, and Lydia has been writing to somebody about politics and about how things need to change in the UK and all of those things, especially for like women's rights and science and land being stolen from people, all of those things. And she brings it upon herself to go to the castle in which the person that she has been writing to lives to propose marriage to him, because she knows that they don't have a lot of money and their castle is like in ruins, and she's like, I have money that I don't have anything, like I don't have anything to do with the money, so I'm proposing marriage to give you money, plus so we can still have these conversations that they have bonded over. But when she gets to the castle, she runs into Arthur, and Arthur is kind of like, who are you? Because I don't know who you are. And she realizes that she has been writing to Arthur's brother, who has been acting like, you know, he is Arthur. But as Arthur and Lydia get to know each other, they realize that, hey, this person's really cool. I like them a lot. They get to know each other. They agree to go on this like journey / quest with each other for, or trying to find Arthur's brother. And they just start to develop feelings for each other. There's a lot of cute banter in here. There's a lot of humor. Lydia is a very quirky character. I don't think a lot of people, I think some people might find her annoying, but I found her very charming. And Arthur, he is the very tall, muscular, brooding man, but he is also extremely gentle. He's like a gentle giant once you get to know him. And he is a farmer and an inventor. So as they get to know each other and as they're going on this quest, they realize that they are very attracted to one another. They start to show their feelings for one another, and it's just really freaking cute. I absolutely enjoyed this so much. I also really liked the side characters in here. Georgina is Lydia's best friend, and she's all up in it. She's helping Lydia. She knows all about Lydia's pamphlet writing and all that kind of stuff. And then Arthur's house person, like kind of like an accountant sort of, and his partner Hugh. So Bertie is the house manager, and then Hugh is his partner. And Hugh and Bertie have been in Arthur's life for over a decade, and like his family. So you get to see them a lot together, and I really like that. And then Lydia has a huge family. She has 5 brothers. She is the youngest, and she's the only girl, and her mother is the only person that's like the only parent that they have left. So all of her brothers dote over her. They try to put her in like this protective bubble. They don't want people messing with her, and she's like, I am a 26-year-old spinster wallflower. I'm ready to get out there and start meeting people, so please leave me alone. And I really liked all of their banter that they had with one another, and their relationships that they have with one another, even though you don't really get to see a lot of the brothers at first. Just when they come into a scene, you can tell that they have a really good relationship, and she has a specific type of relationship with each brother. Each brother has their own personality, and I really thought that the author did a good job with all of those character developments and character descriptions, and you not getting confused on who's who, because there are a lot of characters in here. But it was just, I liked it a lot. I will say though that the quest / journey that they go on, I didn't feel like it was wrapped up very well. it's a, I feel like if it wasn't in there, we could have got the same story pretty much. So yeah, I don't know about the quest, but it's a 4.75 and I'm really excited to continue on with the series. I think that it's freaking adorable and I really like the author's writing too. The author's note at the back of the book was very informative as well. This author took a lot of ideas from real historical events in here, and this is written in the 1815 when the story starts, so it's way back in the day. But I also like the little chapter headings that we get too. They're written by a lot of the characters in here, and I was laughing at some of them because some of them are so freaking funny. But yeah, so really good. If you can get your hands on Earl Crush by Alexandra Vasti, you really need to. So we're gonna pull our last little slip from here, and whatever I get, that's what the video is going to end on. I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was very fun and something different, you know. But our last slip is, ooh, sorry I read through. Is it gonna, buy fuzzy socks, or buy new fuzzy socks. If you don't know, I love me some fuzzy socks, and me and my mom are actually going to get our nails done tomorrow. So I'm probably gonna drag her along to go buy one of my favorite stores that has my favorite socks, because I love these socks called Dream Socks, and they're so cushy and so soft, and they keep their softness for a long time. So you're gonna see what kind of socks I buy. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below what you want to see in this upcoming year. If you enjoyed this, if you want to see more like this. I had a lot of fun, and I hope you did too. But yeah, goodbye. Ooh, look at that, that's cute.